Skywars, back at it again. My opponent was one that I loved, yet hated. My best friend, JChipps. Our agreement was to play the game slow and methodical, thinking our every move. We hung in the air, suspended by our glass cages, holding us from a battle yet to come. Then we dropped. There was no turning back. I found myself in full iron armor, now descending from the cages that were once there, but it disappeared. My hotbar had 4 items: an iron sword with unbreaking, a power 1 bow with arrows, and a pickaxe. As I land, I immediately turned to the chest on my right. Inside were various blocks, but the only item of interest was a water bucket, just in case I needed a clutch, and a half stack of wooden planks. The chest behind me was much more valuable, containing diamond boots, perfect to replace my iron ones, and some snowballs, perfect for keeping JChipps away from me. Then I descended into the cave beneath me, where a vein of diamonds and coal rested. Next to the veins was a third chest. In the chest was a diamond sword, flint and steel, and a fishing rod. With my inventory organized, I then turned to the ores, mining all the diamonds in fear of needing them in the future. I hastily crafted a diamond axe. Maybe it would be useful in the future. Deciding I had enough items, I started my preparations, building a small barrier to protect myself out of the wooden planks. Then I bridged forward. This was the riskiest part. JChipps could have easily moved to the central island at that time and had snowballs or eggs ready just to knock me into the void. But he wasn't. We got to the main island at a similar time. Not good. You see, whoever can hold the control of the central island would likely win the battle. Now it would be a turf war for the island and its gear. He quickly entered the central chamber, looting up so he could fight me more effectively, opening chests, using the enchanting table, running around the island, and gearing up for an inevitable fight. While he was distracted, I ran and invaded his spawn, checking the chest for anything of value he may have left over, but nothing came up. So I jumped back to the main island. In this time, JChipps and I hadn't had an encounter yet. He was likely trying to take his time, gear up, catch me off guard. But I shot first. I scored a hit, taking him down a heart, and then a second. He quickly fled so he could avoid more damage. I decided to chase him down, but I had misclicked on my keyboard, and I dropped my sword. I noticed and tried to pick it up, but time couldn't be wasted. I equipped the axe I had crafted and ran after him. As I rounded the corner, JChipps was still, drinking a potion of swiftness. And then he ran. I equipped my snowballs and launched a volley of them in hopes of knocking him backwards closer to the edge. But he turned around and equipped his fishing rod, landing multiple hits and driving me into a corner. I tried to hit him with my bow to try and deter this onslaught, but to no avail. His fire aspect sword lighting my cold body ablaze, damaging me significantly. I was losing hearts rapidly, and I was sure I wouldn't make it. But I did. I quickly equipped my water bucket and put out the fire. I moved to go back to my spawn, maybe get some food. But I decided not to. I still had arrows, and JChipps went back to looting, deciding he had enough of me for now. I equipped my planks and built upwards, ascending the central rock, in hopes to catch JChipps off guard with the high ground. But in extra preparation, I switched out my chest plate for brand a new one, in hopes it would defend me more. And I readied my bow. He exited the cave, but noticed me at the top of my rock. We exchanged volleys of arrows, damaging each other in the process. But I was the worst shot. Soon, I was almost out of arrows and I was low on health. He fled once again, possibly worried he could be damaged more, back into the central cave. I needed food if I were to survive. I needed materials if I were to need to survive. I would need preparations to survive. Then it happened, like a blessing from above. The chests were refilled. I quickly water bucket clutched and sprinted back to my base, excited to see what I could have. Inside the chests were a bucket of lava and snowballs. Then, JChipps was attacking my home base while I was unprepared and weak. My life was in more danger than it ever was before. He ran back to the main island to avoid the blast of the TNT, which damaged me heavily and blowing up my fortifications. This was the end. I had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He charged the bridge, ready to attack and kill me. But he wouldn't. Not now. Not ever. Time slowed down around me. I drew my trusty bow and arrow and took aim.
Let's go! Good job, good job.
And down he went, further and further into the black abyss of the void. I'd won. Despite the odds, I won. Also, that whole darn matchup was like 3 minutes.